Tech knows he was designing websites for people too.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, just doing a little brainstorming, because but really, like I say, just
Tech knows he was designing websites for. Hold on 1 second.
signing agency. So
Tech knows he was designing websites. All right, there we go.
Yeah, Window, you trying to make a new website?
Well, now he's gonna go into web design.
Yeah. What's up, Tech?
What's up? Yeah, man, the websites go way back. They're just so sophisticated nowadays, but man, back in the day, it used to be a grind. It used to be it was like a 12-hour ordeal, bro.
I miss that shit, dude.
6 months.
Okay. So
yeah, you don't need a great looking website. It's just got to be functional. That thing about the website, it can be missed. You can really miss it because I get to your website, I can't even find your phone number, or I click on something, and it takes me to your About Us page, but it just refreshes to the home page.
Are you talking about my website?
No, I'm saying just in general, a website, it ain't got to be cute. Don't get cute on those things, man. Just, can I get your phone number and can I actually access your availability? And then at that point, the rest of it is just, can you process the payment or not? The website, yeah, it's a storefront, right?
I tell you what, Tech, I've gotten seriously off track. So I got the Notary on automation, and I'm not automized. So,
easy for you to say.
I've been moving. I'm living in Roanoke, Virginia now, and I'm about to move to Atlanta.
Cool.
So I'm not really trying to do a whole lot at the minute because I'm about to go to Atlanta. I got to get my commission there and get, and start like working there,
All right.
Hey, I just came off the commission for 86 days.
Give me about 2 minutes. I'm I'm just configuring some stuff, and then we'll go in live.
I think I'm going to keep mine regardless, but yeah, like I was telling Tigers, being a signing agent, just setting up the work and getting someone else to do the job, that's better than trying to, me be Hercules and be everywhere, and because I can only do so much.
All right, we live, y'all. So welcome everybody. For you guys that are on this Zoom right now, you guys got the private invitation, right? So you guys can actually interact with me, Dawn, and Tech, and we got Gina in the house. That's my consigliera.
Oh.
So we got the Ghost Squad in the building. Dominique's gonna join us a little bit later on, but we just wanted to do a surprise training and really just share some knowledge. I've been out of commission for about a month now. I was diagnosed with heart failure and chronic kidney, but your boy is brushing the shit off his shoulders. There's nothing to the champ, you heard? So I'm back. Today's my first time back live, and I had to bring the squad with me, man. Like I love these people here, from Dawn to Tech to Dominique to Gina. Like they checked on me, and we're really a family, and I want to bring you guys to meet the family, and we're here to help you guys. We're not gonna sell you any fluff. We will offer you opportunities to work with us, but we're not here to feed you any Jim Jones Kool-Aid. Okay, where the other cultures ice is not colder, okay? Black ice is the deadliest, and we intend to make it, keep it that way. So you're in a safe place. You're in a safe haven. We are broadcasting live on YouTube as well. For you guys on YouTube, you can, type something in the chat, say what's up. Kimyani, I see you. Kimyani, if you want the direct link to join us inside the studio, just say holla at the kid, and I'll send it to you DM on your Instagram page. You already know you family. You're so Dawn, welcome. Gina, welcome. Tech, I know you on the phone or something, right?
Thank you. Thank you. You know, it's
Yeah.
always an honor to sit down with you. And I'm just so happy that you're doing better and feeling better. And we already know that the champ is going to knock it out. We already know.
Real. I want to give a couple of shout outs real quick. Shout out to Keisha Newman. Shout out to Celine. Shout out to Wendell. Shout out to Leila Livingston. Shout out to Devon. Shout out to everybody on Kimyani. You know, and it's gonna get even busier. So let me ask you, Dawn, real quick. Are you using AI for your business right now?
Yes.
In
sure am.
what capacity?
Any capacity I can. So the main thing that I'm using it for is to teach my Apostille class.
Mhm.
I have the same like group of AIs that I use, male and females, and they teach the class, and you know the slides just operate on their own, and I just kind of interject as we go along. And then I also use it for my emails. I use it for any type of correspondence that I want to do, and I'm currently using it to help me with my book.
Ah, okay. So, okay, now let me ask you this: when it comes to writing your book, because you know AI is open to the general public, are you rewriting any of the context that it's giving you?
I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to, because the prompts are, you got to know what you're doing with the prompts.
Yes.
But at the same time, it doesn't portray exactly what I'm trying to convey. It doesn't give me, you know, exact. So I just use it as like a base, you know, to kind of help me get through with the different bullets and stuff like that. So you still have to write yourself. You can't, like, it's not just gonna write the whole book. You know, you still have to go in and tweak it and make it yours.
Indeed. Gina, are you using AI at all for your business yet? Oh, you're on mute.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Dawn, Tech, Kimyani, and Tiger. Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah, I've been using AI. I not as much as I should, because I'm still like learning it, but it has helped a great deal. You got to get on AI for real.
How about you, Tech?
So, yeah, man. I use it a couple ways. I think the most recent thing that I've done is use it to write the ads.
Okay.
At the end of the day, you know, you find out what works with one particular set of customers. For example, I live near a medical center. It's about 3 or 4 hospitals, you know, one county hospital and some private hospitals. And people call, man, they'll call from those hospitals. But what I've done is I've targeted them specifically. So I'll say, what would a person who's in a hospital right now with their grandmother, and they were just told by the doctor that they need a power of attorney, how would they behave? That person is going to look for 911 emergency. Basically, so when I create the ad, it's only talking about call me, call me, call me. get in contact with me, reach out to us. You know, the AI is giving me different prompts for what would that person behave like. So I don't even talk about, yeah, man, we got experience, we're professional, we're attention to detail. Nah, in that situation, that don't even matter. I want them to call me. So I'm telling AI, man, give me like 10 different headlines and some descriptions for Google Ads so I can put that up on there and then post it directly to where the medical centers are. So somebody looks for power of attorney, or they look for notary power of attorney, and then they're gonna get that extension, right? So now I'm going. So and then, you know, that comes directly to me, right? Instead of going after that customer, I want them to come directly to me. Just sit there, wait, boom, they show up. And you know, you test it out. You know, you test it out, see if it helps, see how many of those you can convert. And if you do one, like you say, man, it's all you need is one.
Yeah.
All it needs to have is one proof of concept, and boom, you can take it from there. You just refine it. But I mean, that's and I've recently just started doing that as far as with the AI, because I would just come up because even you dropped a lot of the like you dropped a gem that was very powerful. You talked about as soon as you were done with a client, you would write down exactly what they were doing in their house. Like, you feel me? Like, you would write down what they were driving, what kind of car, what kind of games, what kind of food they were eating in their house, and that makes sense because that you're speaking directly to that person. So what type of document were they looking for? All right, I drive a Subaru, I got a dog, I got 2 kids, they're like elementary age, and I was just getting a gun permit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that person? What is the profile of this person? And then now you construct it all around that person. That's why you're so effective at the targeting. And that's why they call you and they got no choice but to say yes to you.
Yeah, I want to show you guys this. This is a hack that I learned, which is like, it's like frighteningly accurate on a lot of things, right? So I don't know if you guys could see my screen right now. So what I did was I typed in a prompt, because like with AI, it's like you said, Dawn, it is prompt engineering, right? So here's what, and you guys could do this like right now or like right after this webinar. So the prompt went like this. I told AI to create a buyer persona for notary public that watch YouTube for training. And I asked it to list a pain point, the buyer is likely to face, and come up with the solutions for every pain point. Like, it's just one prompt. And it came up with, all right, the buyer persona name would be Sarah Smith. Her age would be 35. So now I got an age demographic of a person that would be looking for this, right? Which is crucial. It's crazy. Then it's going to say, and then it says the occupation, notary public, behavior, watches YouTube for training. So what are the pain points that they would be experiencing, right? It says they have a limited time. Sarah struggles to find time for in-person training sessions due to her busy schedule as a notary public. Then it goes into geographic constraints, flexible learning, and variety of topics. Those are all the pain points that this persona is having. Then AI spits out the solutions to those pain points. Now, I've done this for power of attorney clients that are more likely to spend $200 for a power of attorney. And it spit out exactly the type of problems these guys would have. And it gave me all the solutions to each pain point. So you guys, if you are not using AI right now, do yourself a favor and learn this AI. Over time, you'll get better and better and better. Watch some YouTube videos. whatever you have to do, get this inside of your business model. Because major companies are using this right now, and they're wiping out jobs because they're like, well, you know, why do we need a person to do this when we can create a buyer persona? Now, Chat GPT, the free version 3, only goes up to, I believe, 2021 and back. Now, here's a hack. I'm gonna show you guys. I don't know if you guys know about this. It's a company called Poe, POE.com. And this is Poe right now. And Poe gives you access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different AI like long language AIs. And if you didn't want to pay for Chat GPT 4, it gives you a limited access to Chat GPT 4, but it lets you use like 1 a day. But Chat GPT 4 is a lot different from the regular Chat GPT because it gives you a very, very descriptive summary of what you're looking to get. So let's see here. Any questions so far, you guys? Like what we're talking about? Let me see. Okay, so you guys know I study luxury brands, right? So I asked it, I said, write a summary on why someone would pay, if someone would buy a Mont Blanc Vincent van Gogh limited edition 8 fountain pen for, and this is real numbers, ladies and gentlemen, for $168,000. This is a real pen that is selling for $168,000, right? And it gave me the description of inside the mind of an affluent person that would spend damn near $200,000 for a pen. And you guys can use these type of techniques to sell your notary business or sell your notary services. The first one that came up was exclusivity, right? With only 8 pieces produced worldwide, what is that? How can you translate that into the notary business? You can say, all right, well, we only have 8 time slots or 3 time slots available for today. That's how you can use exclusivity when promoting your product. Artistic inspiration, when you're creating your post or Google listing post or you know, a Canva post, you can use some creative inspirations, like someone reading a book but getting something notarized, right? So you could be very creative with that. Exceptional craftsmanship, I mean, that would go into service. Like maybe you're given a 100% money back guarantee, or you have a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. That's part of your craftsmanship. You stand behind your work, right? Premium materials, ladies and gentlemen, it's plastic, rubber, and fucking ink. I don't know how more premium you can get with that, right? But, you know, just make sure your stamp doesn't run out of ink. Investment value. Now, pay attention to that. Number 5 says investment value. See, a lot of you guys, like new notaries and maybe some of the notaries that haven't really been in the game much longer, you haven't been pushing your services as it is an investment. You're looking at it as, hey, it's $100. Just give us the money. But when you're like, well, you have a $250,000 piece of property you're trying to close on, and you want to make sure that it's closed on correctly, this is an investment you're making. You're not just shelling out money. You're making sure that this quick claim deed goes through without a hiccup. And if there is a hiccup, well, guess what? We back it with our exceptional craftsmanship, which is 100% money back guarantee and 100% customer satisfaction. You guys see how that ties in? Although it's a completely different industry, you can still bring this back home into the notary industry. And then prestige. Hey, if you guys are, at ambassadors for NNA and all of that other stuff, that, more power to you. Use that to your advantage if you see that, if it calls for that. But your prestige would be your testimonials, right? If you could get people to leave video testimonials for you, that's great. I know my girl Kim Yanni got damn near 155 5-star review testimonials. That's prestige.
200.
How many? 200?
Yeah, get it right, man. Get it right.
Yeah. My bad, Kim Yanni. But Kim Yanni, the truth. So that plays into her prestige. And Ghost Squad, you guys want to add to that?
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's when you speak to somebody like that buyer persona, that person who speaks from elegance, that person who doesn't argue when you say it costs $2 and then they don't want to give it to you, right? You're speaking to a completely different customer. How about this? You talk about AI. I'm gonna pull this up right now. See if I can flip this around. So just got a thumbtack request, right? Where it says they need a divorce response served, right? So I started doing this. So if you don't know, my commission expired like 3 months ago. I got it back now, but calls kept coming. So what I did was I just happened to hop on Thumbtack one time, just looking and digging. Turns out nobody's doing process server, right? No one's doing it. No one wants to touch it. There's zero competition for it. So I went straight to the buyer persona. What kind of person is looking for a process server? Did you just get a divorce? Did you have a temporary restraining order? Have you been in some domestic violence situation? Like, there's all these situations where now this may be of zero interest to you, right? You may have no interest in doing something like this, but in that moment when I was like, no commission, no nothing, I'm not stamping papers, all I'm doing is taking phone calls and dispatching. I'm like, well, this is something I can do. It just requires me to drop it off. So I craft up an ad all around somebody who's getting their process server. And sure enough, boom, it pops up because there's zero competition. Nobody wants to do it. But I use the AI to even create the messages. And then I send it right to them. So I just respond right there on the spot. And now, this ain't nothing but dropping off a piece of paper. And you talk about, Tiger, talking about building up all the value in it and making sure that, so like if something happens, you can go back out and take care of it. That's why, you build in so much value. Same thing with this one. If I'm going to drop off something at somebody's job where it's a public place, that's one tier, right? If it's another thing where it's at their residence and it's private and it's a little bit more sketchy, that's another, another bump there. And then we can do it within 72 hours, right? We can, because this is exclusive and it's time sensitive. So there's all these opportunities that if you wasn't shown this, then you might skip over it. You may not really think too much of it, but there's opportunities where you could build so much incredible value and all you need is that piece of little plastic thing that you stamp with, man. But you got to inject some creativity into it and some technology. And the customers, they love that. They don't they? They love when you are on the cutting edge. That excites them, and it reinforces. It justifies why you should command such a higher rate, such a premier rate. And it also does my favorite thing. What Tiger always says: anybody try to come after me, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You ain't gonna follow me.
Talk about that real quick. Why is that important?
Bro, if you call me first, it's over. It's over. Like, that's the attitude that I'm gonna approach it with. It's a wrap. You're done. You call me and you talk about that you live in Arizona and you got a brother who's in a skilled nursing facility in California. Listen, and you're trying to coordinate this from multiple states away, and you need to do it at this particular time. Come on. All right, we got you. This is what you have to do. This is your next step. I'm not going to be condescending, nor am I going to try to hold their hand or give out too much information. I'm going to spoon feed them and I'll let them know what the next step is. But if for some reason they say, all right, 370 is too much, or whoa, I didn't expect it to be $15. I thought it was going to be $2, or I thought it was going to be free. It don't matter, because if you go to somebody else after me, I'm going to shut it down. They're going to say, the last person charged me $350, but you're only charging me $80. Why? Why is there such a big discrepancy in the price? Well, that last person, he did was very thorough. He went over step by step what the next steps were. I felt confident and I was comfortable, you know, and if something were to happen, that they knew they had all the answers and responses. So somebody doesn't go with you, it's not because you cost too much. That ain't never the reason why. It's impossible to cost too much. It's impossible. It literally is impossible. There's not enough for what it is that you do at Notary. There's no price too high for what it is that you offer when you start associating value with what it is that you're bringing, because it's not the piece of paper. It ain't that. It's always something else. So you shut it down. After any time somebody comes after you, they're not going to compare. They're not going to be as thorough. They're not going to be as elegant, more polished, and then they're going to get them sideways.
Dawn, you want to add anything?
Sure. So when it comes to your pricing, when you're marketing, you have to be able to hunt and kill. So the hunting would look like your AI, right? You would gather together all the tools that you need to go out and hunt with. And then once they come on, once you have them on the phone, then they should belong to you 100%. Now, one thing that I like to always say is, like, I'm not the bargain notary. I'm not the discount notary. I'm not the Price is Right notary. So when you have to know your value, and you have to know who you are as a company, like, how are you representing yourself? So when Tesla is out doing what they do, Tesla is not speaking to non-Tesla buyers. But everywhere you look, you see a Tesla on the road. So definitely price is not what it is, okay? It's not. The people who are looking for the Ford or whatever it is, it's just not my customer. I'm looking for the Tesla person who understands exactly what they're getting and doesn't mind paying it. So as soon as I hear someone who's hesitating, I'm just quiet. I let them take as much time as they need to figure out what direction they want to go in. You know, now, do I get every single client? No, I don't. Do I get the next call? Yes, I do. You know, it doesn't matter to me. And sometimes even those clients who hang up and go shopping around, it's kind of like, wait, that was a little bit too cheap. It didn't sound right. There wasn't a comparison there. So we're back. When can we come to your office? You know, so you have to just, as a business owner, and especially as a new notary, because the primary issue that I see is pricing, and them not knowing how to price, not doing their due diligence to make sure they're at least compatible. But pricing is the main thing. So what you would want to do is sit down and get each service that you're going to offer, have your price sheet already there. So I tell people that come to my trainings, put it in your notes, you know, so that way when you're on the phone, you're not trying to figure out, going through your mind, trying to figure out what should you charge, what do I charge, you know. So do what I do. I just keep it in my notes. As I'm on the phone, I have them on speaker. I'm going through my call, and I'll have the quote right there in front of me. Now, also, another thing that if you're not doing this already, you may want to practice right after you're getting that quote, asking for the sale or asking for the card. So if you're not using a payment processor, which is another issue that I'm finding with notary business owners, you can't be talking about Zelle and Venmo and all this. So you need to present yourself professionally, or they may feel a little awkward, you know, paying you $180 for a POA. You know, they may feel like, well, I mean, I'm Zelling. You know, when you walk into a department store, any mall or whatever, you're not Zelling these people. You're pulling out your credit card.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to move forward and take the credit card while you're on the phone. You know, most of the time, that's exactly what I do. I just go right into, okay, which card will you be using? You know, and go ahead, and they'll put me on hold and go grab their card, and I'll just do a manual entry into my Square account, and boom, they go up on the calendar. No one goes on our calendar until they've paid. So just keep in mind, you know, have a structure to how you want to handle getting to the call or getting to the sale. And it starts with how you're putting yourself out there with your marketing. So just keep in mind what Tiger just gave us with regard to the AI, and use that. So that's what I had to add.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So, like, Gina, you there? I wanted to ask you a question because Gina is a life coach, you guys, and I wanted to find out, like, is there any underlying reason why people may be hesitant or scared? Dominique, I see you. Come through. Is there any reason why people would be so scared to ask for certain prices for their services? Because you know, as a coach, I've noticed there's a lot of resistance when it comes to asking for a higher price. I'll give you an example, right, Gina? So we were on the phone with a guy, me and Tech, we're on a discovery call with a guy earlier today, right? And we asked him, all right, well, how much do you charge for real estate documents? And he said he would charge about $100 to $150 a pop, right? But when we asked him, how much would you charge for specialty notary work? Commoners know it as general notary work, right? He would say that, well, the state law says I can only charge $5 in my state. So my question to him was, why don't you use the state law when you're charging for your real estate documents? Right? Let's say we have the same scenario on both sides. You're not going to print out any pages. You're not going to do any scan backs. The customer is going to do all of that. And the customer is also going to take it to FedEx. All you have to do is go to the client's home and stamp the documents the same way you would do for a general notary assignment. Why would you charge that person still $100 to $150 because it's a real estate document and completely negate the state laws? But when it comes to general notary work, you're following the chart down to a T. And he couldn't answer the question. He was like, I don't know. I don't know why I don't apply state law to real estate documents. And you guys ask yourself that. Are you a culprit of that yourself? Have you thrown the rules of the state out the window when it came to real estate documents? But when it came to so-called general notary work, you're following it down to a T. Well, I can only charge this. When it comes to mileage, I can only charge this. You know, like, really
want to be lawyers. They want to be attorneys, quoting statutes and articles and sections of the penal code, but but then when you ask a perfectly logical question, it was stuck. It was nothing. Yeah. It didn't make sense. And matter of fact, he was able to overcome that, which was powerful because he was trying to see the illogical nonsense that why am I not doing it on one hand, but I'm doing it on the other hand, and not vice versa. So, like, to be honest, maybe he didn't even know it existed. I don't know, but I always find it interesting that people know so much about the law, and people know the stuff about other states' laws, which is always kind of interesting to me. You know Michigan law, but you stay in Texas? How you know Virginia law, but you live in South Carolina and you live in Nevada, but you know what they should be charging in Maryland? Come on now. Let's go, y'all. What we're doing is very straightforward. You know, it's not, it can be tricky at first, but
It is.
once you yeah.
Gina, what's your take on that?
My take on it is when I first came back into the notary profession after I've been out of it for quite some years, I'm going to be transparent. I fell for the okie doke at first. But once I got with Tech and I got with you and I got with Dominique and Sherelle, it changed. Obviously, it changed my perspective where I don't subscribe to that anymore. So as far as worrying about other states, I just stay in my lane. I worry about North Carolina and that's that. So if I happen to have anybody that needs services that's outside of North Carolina, then I reach out to those accordingly that I know. That's what I do. I stay in my lane. So as far as the pricing, I had to get comfortable with that because I came from a W-2 mindset and having a background working for the government for over 30 years. So, you know, the government is like, okay, we have a set price and that's what we go and buy and that's that. So I had to, it's in some ways I'm still kind of locked in on that, but not as much as I was before. So as far as pricing, I don't subscribe to the stand by your state laws because y'all had opened my eyes in terms of what the documents mean and what significance it plays in terms of its value and what you bring as far as being a notary and how important and integral that our job, our profession is. Because nothing don't move without us. It's just straight up and down, point blank, period.
We got a question from Devon. Devon, go ahead. You can ask your question or unmute yourself. You're live. Devon. All right. Dominique, how are you, my dear? People always pushing up on your ass on our thing.
What up, what up, what up?
It's like, Dominique, look at this, she's looking good over there.
Dominique is here. Dominique is here. How are y'all?
Good.
We good. How about
What
yourself?
up? What up?
I'm good. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy day.
I know you.
But that's what happens
got
when
like
you
5
implement.
lives under your belt.
I know. And I'm being pinged every which way but sideways. I know they playing. What is it? IKYL? Is that what it is? IKFYL? What is it? You know what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
So what are we getting into today? We're talking about pricing.
Yeah, we're talking about pricing.
At the end of the day,
Chopping it up.
I've been in the game a long time and I make my money. Everybody here makes their money. Depending upon your state, you know, they'll talk that read your handbook. We don't do that read your handbooks here in the Go Squad. We're not going to do that. But at the end of the day, your pricing is based upon you have to, your stamp costs X amount of dollars, but what else are you giving with that stamp? What is what's the convenience fee? What is your travel fee?
Yes.
Is there any upcharges? Do they need an electronic, a PDF copy of their document? Are they needing any type of other convenience? Are they calling you the same day? Do they need it expedited? Do they need it faster than what a normal person or an actual appointment would need? So there are a lot of things that you need to factor in. And plus, how painful is it for you to do that document in its entirety? What kind of document is it? What is the value of that document, and how much does that
Correct.
document mean to that person? How bad they need it done? How much does that document mean to them?
Now, wait, break that down. You went into that. You glazed over that one. I call it the bleeding neck, right? But what does that mean? How much does the document mean to them? I think that is a powerful thing.
What's the levels? There's levels. What are we talking about? Is it
we talking about
you need this document to secure employment, to secure a home, to secure your future? How much weight is on this document? What you need it for? When you need it by? What's the convenience? Who checks their 7-Eleven receipts? Who checks their DoorDash, their Uber Eats receipts? Don't come checking my shit. What's up? I'm just saying that's the reality of like what? And in all reality, like, yes, there are certain states that are like, oh, you shouldn't receive tips and you shouldn't charge for travel. But what are they saying about convenience?
That part.
What's your convenience fee? Because who's to say how convenient it is for you to leave your house at that time in which they need it done and get it done in the premise and correctly? Oh, wait, that costs a little extra. You don't want me to make no mistakes? I got you. I know me, it's 105 in Texas. If I got to put on more than one layer of clothes, it costs more. And I didn't have a few kids, so it take two layers. So that's automatically extra. That means I'm gonna sweat a little bit more. I don't want to do it. So you definitely have to gauge it that way. And then your expertise, your experience. How confident can you execute that? How confidently can you execute this document? I know no matter what and who comes to me for anything, that shit is not getting sent back. So just because I can confidently know that and I know what I'm doing, you got to pay for the best. I'm not slinging, this ain't no Dollar Tree, Dollar General. I'm not slinging that. And even their prices went up.
Facts. Facts.
What are we talking about?
Facts.
Are we really serious? I walked into Dollar Tree for something. I feel like I needed something. I thought it was going to be $1. And they was talking about the $5 aisle. I said, wait, when did I thought you only went to $1.25. I ain't
no more
time. I ain't been there in a long time. But yeah, I went for like some little school supply thing because Walmart was out. And I was like, maybe the dollar store has it. But then I walked in there and they were talking about they got a $5 aisle. I said, wait. Oh, okay. So for everybody to be like, the price is the price or whatever, doesn't matter. If you call me and you want an appointment, I give you a quote. If you try to do whatever and you're like, oh, I'm going to call around. Oh, absolutely. You have a great day. You did not secure your appointment. Now, if you call around and you still don't like what you hear and you call me again, yesterday's price ain't today's price because you don't call my phone twice. And we could have had this taken care of already.
Right.
All right, I got a question for you.
I don't need my hotline to bling. I need it to ring. And don't call the money line unless you got money, and that's fine.
I hear you.
We got 2 phones, 4 lines. Pick a line, make sure it's on the right time because 3 of them cost money to call. I'm just saying. So
I got a question here. So how can notary publics efficiently manage their growing workload while ensuring accuracy and compliance with legal requirements?
In what aspect? As far as seamlessly, like getting your appointments? Like it depends on the notary though.
Setting, that type of stuff.
You have to have a CRM set up. If you're asked to answer the phone and you're not, oh Lord, here we go. Automating. I don't want to take tests. I don't want to.
Dom, I'm proud of you, Dominique. I'm proud.
Automation.
I'm so proud.
I don't want him to hit me with a trademark lawsuit, because it's a little.
Yeah, you already dodged one.
I already been there, but that website is down, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be messy here. So anyway.
Talk that talk. Go ahead. Look, here's the thing. Because I'm gonna just keep it real. we've helped a lot of people. A
Yes.
lot of people. But here's the thing:
Yep.
if it's working for you, then say so.
Say
Yeah,
it's
what's
helping
what's
you,
the problem?
You
Right.
need
say so. You know what
you
I'm
need
saying?
to automate. You need to have your CRM. Why? Because you don't want to always have to answer the phone. Okay. Not only that,
Nope.
if you are answering the phone, that invoice should be sent right away.
I
Now,
agree.
I have 4 businesses. So I have 4 businesses. I use 2 different CRMs. It depends on the business and which CRM. So that's just how that works. But I gauge which CRM works for which business and what services I'm providing in what business. Now, anybody who comes for me, my thing is I'm going to make it as painless as possible. Your experience with me is painless. You're not inundated. Nobody's talking to you. I don't care about your grandkids' bar mitzvah. Where the paper, where the money, the ID. Thank you, honey. We're good. Okay. If we're moving fast and we're moving and grooving, whether it's me on my trap house, because again, I've integrated my business to where I'm mobile and I have a drive-up service.
Yeah.
Why? Because I was thinking one day I was in my bed and I said, well, I don't really want to drive everywhere. Let me see. And guess what? They pay me the same amount of money to pull up in front of my shit. But they still have to pay a convenience fee because I still got to open the door. And, my wrist hurt a little bit. I got to save it. My front door is a little hard to open sometimes, the wrist we can't carpal tunnel it. But nobody ever has an issue. A lot of everything when it comes into business is psychological. Like realistically, when I give them these invoices and like for the drive-up service, because of the convenience factor, 80% of them pay me ahead of time if they're booking an appointment ahead of time. If they are somebody's like, I'm in your area and blah, 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 and I'm not doing absolutely anything and I just have to, because mind you, yes, I have a drive-up service. I am not walking out in the moo-moo. My presentation and appearance is always A1 in any business facet or anywhere I am representing my business. That is just hands down has to be. So it requires me to put on a blazer or whatever, depending on the weather, and go outside. And they think it's cool. It's dynamic. It's innovative. They don't have to leave their vehicles. It's super, super simple. And it's quick. It's quick. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not, they know they're not sitting down at a restaurant. You have to gauge your clientele for the service in which they're getting. I'm not going to have a drive-up service and give them a loan signing appointment experience. We're not sitting there for 3 hours talking about Aunt Bertha's doctor's bills. We're not doing that.
Right.
And even at a loan signing appointment, listen, anything past 45 minutes, you miss me, you got to holler at somebody else. No, not doing it. Okay. As you grow with your business and you deal with your business, a lot of people talked a lot of stuff about the trap house. I'm a 5-star notary. I've never had anything less than 5 stars. And that is for every aspect of every single business. You don't ever hear, I've never gotten a review that said, oh, I had to drive to our house and the price. Nobody has ever commented on my price. And I guarantee you, I charge a lot more than a lot of other people. But you know why they pay me what I want? Because I'm confident. I don't hesitate when I say my price when they call my phone. Right. I don't hesitate. Like there's no question. I don't say it with a question tone. The price is the price. The skill is the skill. What is your document? When I get on the phone with them, hey, what's your name? What are you looking for? Are you looking to utilize our mobile service? Are you looking for a drive-up service? Oh, you have a drive? Yes. So it's right on the address that you see there. With our drive-up service, which one would you be interested in? And what is your time frame? What appointment are you looking for? Oh, well, what's the difference? Well, the mobile service, I can travel. The notary will travel to you because I don't say I. When I answer my phone, it is always the notary, a notary, somebody.
Correct.
You know that is going to be me because, again, the way you answer your phone, the way you answer these questions, if they think they're dealing with a one-man show, that's when they feel like, oh, I could haggle. You ain't haggling me, boy.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So a notary. So the difference between the mobile service and the drive-up service is we have our fee for the document, depending upon the document's premise and the amount of signers and what you're needing exactly. And the drive-up service is the same exact thing, except it does not require a travel fee. The travel fee is dependent upon your location and the time frame. Oh, well, You're kind of close to me, so I can travel to you. Okay, well, what appointment time would you be looking for? What appointments do you have? Well, with our drive up service, we integrate them within other appointments. So why don't you let me know what times kind of work for you, and I could see on the schedule which is better. Oh, do you have? Yes, I do. The fee is XYZ. I'll text it over to you with the drive up instructions. Done.
Mhm.
They pay their invoice. They pull up ID. Okay, sign my book. Let's take a look. Sign this paper. Stamp. Done. It is easy. It's simple. So the fact that people stay on the phone and they're like, okay, so where were you born? What size shoes do you have? And do you
don't
know,
need to
like,
do all
what?
that.
What are we doing here?
You don't need to do all that.
Your customer service people are not calling, they're not calling phone a friend. They're calling you for a service to provide a service. When I answer my phone, they don't get, hey, how you doing? How's the weather? It's hot here. How are you? No, they get signed by Dominique. Let's make it official. What can I notarize for you today? I don't ask you how you're doing because frankly, I don't care. We talking money. You call me for a reason. I got what you need. If you want it, come get it. If not, I'll holler.
Mhm.
I
Hey,
don't need
Dominique,
to tie up my phone lines.
do you find
Yeah.
that people take the cheaper option when you offer them both options, the drive up or the delivery? Or
Yes,
what's the number like?
they don't. That's how I sell the drive up service, by telling them that there's a travel fee incurred, but they pay the exact same thing because they don't get a quote on both.
Really?
Genius.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Listen,
Stop the press. Did you just say they pay the same? They pay the same amount to drive to you as if they were to.
why do you think everybody says, like, I got the trap house? Everybody's like, oh, Dominique got the trap house. Listen, it's like the 10 crack commandments here. Okay. Like, no, we got the scanner here. Would you like a PDF copy of your document? I'll just bring that right inside. I have the thing. What is your email address for $5.95? And they, oh yes, can you add that? Yes, I can. Why? Because I'm not going to be the hardest fucking working person in this office. I'm not. These motherfuckers behind me better start making their brain. They better start getting the ROI going. Because that's the reality. Your printer. Oh, I have a document and my printer just ran out of ink. I have to cancel. Oh, don't worry. We do provide printing services. I advertise printing services in my areas. People are paying me $5 to print 1-page forms. We're not even talking about legal sheets. What are we talking about? And I don't skip it. You just pulling up and picking up the paper? Sure.
Are you guys picking up what Dominique is throwing down? I mean, like, I know she's going fast, you guys. It's the New Yorker in her.
And that's my thing. Like, everybody will try to sell you shit because at the end of the day, most of these people that are teaching and stuff, they'll try to listen. I'm a New Yorker. I could sell salt to a slug. Do I think it? No. It's not my thing. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I feel like getting into the salesman realm, it requires a lot of talking that I don't give a shit about, and I can't fake it that long. I can't. I'm not good at it. That's why I've been married 3 times. I can't fake it that long. I'm just saying. But I get so, and I'm very blunt. So those of y'all who don't know me and haven't had the Signed by Dominique experience, this is who I am.
Right.
Always,
It's an acquired taste if you ain't ready for it.
Yes. Reality of it is I teach, I coach, I mentor. I've created over 20 courses and workshops. I even have a course on the trap house. I got what you need. If you want it, come get it. If not, I'll holler. If you have a question, I am very open. I am very blunt. But what I will not ever sell anybody is bullshit, because I came into this business to make money. There was something that I needed and I need to figure out how to get it. And I got it and I was successful at it and I'm still getting it. I'm still in the trenches catching grenades. I'm still out here hustling. I'm still out here doing what I got to do. I just did an apostille, Friday for $1,600. Who the fuck is charging that? Me. Ask me how much I spent though. Out of the $1,600, I spent $15 for the actual apostille and I spent $65 on 1 tank of gas. Holla at your mama. Don't play with me. Why? Because how important is this document? How fast you need it?
Right.
Because I can get it for you. If the price is right. People grew up watching The Price is Right. Shit, if the price is right.
And by the way, we're not done yet, but I know there's people like really interested in finding out how they can work with you. Like
everybody
look at it,
became
dumb.
a notary to get it the fast way, not the ski mask way. Okay.
Correct.
But we have to figure out how to optimize and utilize the skills and the things that we have in our purview. There's some people I know that were like shutting down their notary businesses because their car broke down. Oh, I'm not making no money. Make them niggas come to you. What are you talking about? They're in their car. Sure as they could sit in the line at McDonald's to drop fries for 20 minutes because my McDonald's is slow as hell over here. I don't even know. Like, I don't even want fries no more. They take so damn long. But people are amazed. My reviews, they're like, I'm amazed. Somebody left me a review and they were like, she was outside my car in 105-degree weather. This is amazing. A+++. I was outside for 2 minutes, if that. I didn't even drop a sweat. I went outside, and you know what's funny about it? It was a loan modification. It was only 1 stamp.
Wow.
Ask me how much I got paid to do that 1 stamp because it was loan modification. Just end me real quick. Just end me.
All right, I'm gonna ask you, how much was it?
How much? What is it for them?
I'm gonna say $150.
$225. Because I scanned it and I gave them a PDF copy for their records. Because, you know, in the times of paper is phasing out. And, you know, it's very important that you are able to keep your documents safe. So I do have the ability to make sure that your documents are electronic and they go directly to your email from the machine I have in my office. Would you like to utilize that?
Stupendous.
Play with somebody else. Go get them things from the people that be like, hi, stamp. I don't have time for that. I don't do that.
Oh my gosh.
I can tell you how to keep your lights on. I got 6 lights on right now. Why? Because I can afford it.
We got a question on YouTube right now. It says, hi, I'm a new notary in Texas. Hey, Dominique, that's your neck of the woods.
That's your neck of the woods.
Just got approved Friday. Congratulations, Coco Brown. And are there anything I should know? Problems, benefits?
So it depends on your service area. Where in Texas are you located?
Where in Texas, Coco Brown? Type it in the chat.
Can go a realm of different
Dominique,
ways.
while I have you on there, plug in, because I know you people want to know exactly like how to get in contact with you and how to take your courses. Go ahead. You come on this platform, you got to make an offer. You
can always go on signbydominique.com or HoustonNotaryAcademy.com. I'm on all social media platforms except for Facebook because it's phased out. I only utilize Facebook. Facebook is good. Make sure you secure that page to go in them little neighborhood groups and then do that little corny, hey, I'm not just a notary, I'm your neighbor. And then they call you. I don't even be in these neighborhoods. I just be in like a 3-mile radius. And I'd be like, hey, I'm not just a notary, I'm your neighbor. Quick CTA, Canva, 5 minutes. What are we talking about? Like, that's what you utilize for. And it's late. Now, if you text me said they're in Katy hours, I'm not this rough, but it's nighttime and I'm already in my moo-moo.
Oh, Coco Brown said they're in Katy, Texas.
If you don't go get that Katy money, she's where the clear people are.
The clear.
She's with that clear money. No, but you're not that far from me. I'm in Katy quite a bit. Most of my commercial clients are in Katy. Now so for me, I'm not just a notary public, but I am a notary public. I'm a loan signing agent. I also specialize in commercial loans. Please don't fall for the okie doke with that trust certificate bullshit. You don't need it. And then, sorry, what's I supposed to?
Shots fired.
Don't do it.
12 years. You don't need it. Anyway, because clear people like to make up titles and stuff. We don't really do that. But anyway, what? I am a wedding officiant. That will do you great in Katy. It is very, very simple. So holler at me at that if you're interested in becoming a wedding officiant. I am an I-9 verification specialist. You're in Katy, so it's not far. It's like a 3-hour drive to the Secretary of State. You can optimize on expediting apostille. So if you like to drive, you got a car, you got gas, you got time, and you want to market, you can make a lot of money there. What else do I do? And then I have other businesses.
You do everything.
But as far as in this realm and what applies, I do a lot. There is nothing that I won't do, but don't get caught up in the okie doke. I just made a lot of money, maybe about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, right before I hopped on here. Because somebody called another notary in the area and they thought that they needed a certification to notarize RV documents. They called other notaries and they said, do you have a certification in RV loans? None of these notaries are. And one lady said that they need to be. What?
No.
And it was one damn stamp. It was the stupidest thing in the world.
That's how notaries talk themselves out of business.
Exactly.
They just talk them right out of business.
If you want to be up on game, realistically, you do not have to. Please don't go get a notary dictionary and start studying words and just going down like you're going to get a bachelor's degree in notarization. Like, it's not required. If you go into loan signing, just have a lifeline. Have a person that you can call and they will keep it real with you and they will tell you what you need to do. If you want to go into loan signing, if you want to go into any realm, if you want to be direct, I'm predominantly direct. I don't go anywhere unless I don't want to. And if they text me directly, I'm not pinging apps. I don't do that hamster race of, oh, this app, this
Signing services.
whatever.
Nope.
I don't do that just because I want my money. I want it straight from the plug. You're not finna cut no middleman. I'm the middleman. I'm the man. I don't want no middleman. I want all that money. I don't want nothing shaved off the top. Okay? So
What is stepped on, y'all?
don't step on my money. So you just have to make sure that you know what you need and figure out what your ideal clientele is. Like, Katie is big. So what is predominantly around you? And then have somebody pick a coach or a teacher or a mentor that will have a conversation with you. Nobody's saying you have to take 50 classes because classes don't work for everybody. They don't. Just like YouTube doesn't work for everybody, because when I go on YouTube, I am not watching, hey guys, I'm skipping that part. I'm trying to figure out where the hell the nut and the bolt go in the thing I'm trying to put together. I'm skipping right to that. I don't care about what you did. I don't want to hear your dissertation. So that's not for me. So if you want, you have to have somebody who you trust, who is experienced, that can have a conversation with you and kind of gauge like what your clientele would look like, what you would appeal to, because you may want something, but you may not be there yet. Your branding may be shit. Your aesthetic may be shit. Your appearance may be shit. You're not going to appeal to that no matter what you do, no matter how many flyers you pay for, no matter how many $800 classes you paid for, and they only been notary years and 5 minutes and ain't never out there done nothing in real life. So you have to find somebody who's going to keep it real with you and really figure it out. Go to somebody to whereas they can go into a room and dominate the room and secure the jobs that they want. Talk to somebody who has had the experiences that you want to experience that can shorten your curve. The whole point in mentorship and coaching and mentorship are two totally different things. If you don't know the differences, look them up. Your mentor or coach will be able to tell you the difference. If you are somebody who needs a lot of hand holding or you kind of just need a lifeline, that's predominantly the difference. At the end of the day, you need to figure out what your mission is. You do not need to if anybody comes to you and they're like, I became a notary because I just love ink and stamps and I help the Lord, they're lying. They came into What? Why you laughing? I'm serious. I am so serious. Like, the stories I've heard, these people are like, well, I didn't.
Don't be using the Lord's name in vain like that.
But now, I get paid for my signature. You get paid for the stamp. No, nobody.
We got a question from a Brooklyn native who now lives in Las Vegas.
Wow.
You live, Devon? You live?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Ask your question.
Hey, thank you for having me. Sorry for the phone confusion. But I'm liking what Regina and Dominique is saying there. I just got my commission paper last week.
Congratulations.
And,
Congrats.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I was wondering about the general notary pricing, and Regina was going in on exactly what the questions I had on it. So by the Nevada notary, 15 or so for acknowledgement, what are you guys detailing in there? What's the proper way to, just like Dominique is saying, I know my worth and I know my stamp is worth a lot because it took me a lot to get here. So how should I go by that from the
Okay,
panel?
so what do you have? Okay, so while you were waiting for your commission, have you set up anything for your business as of yet? So like, as far as like, do you know what your business name is going to be? Have you set up your Google My Business page? Do you have a landing page? Do you have somewhere for them to land? Have you set up your CRM? Do you know what services you're going to provide? Do you know what CTAs, what your ideal clientele is? Because if you have your online presence and your business foundation set up, like when I charge what I charge, people go and when they Google me, they see all 5-star reviews. They see stellar reviews from all assets and all facets. They see a website. They see all of that because I'm not just a ghost. I'm not just a person behind a computer. You understand? They can connect with me. So they already feel like they know me. They know they can trust my knowledge. They can trust my integrity and they can trust what I can do before they even talk to me.
Right.
So that's why it's important for you to set up your Google My Business page.
I have all of that. I just set up my Google page. I have a Yelp page.
Okay, don't pay for ads with Yelp. Please don't fall for the okie doke. I know that we're not talking about that here, but I just want to say, because don't come back if they don't took your whole check and your ROI is higher now. Don't do that.
The crazy thing about Yelp is that they gave if the NNA would have gave me my stamps right away, I would have had like 10 sign-ins already from Yelp. Luckily, but I definitely hear what you're saying.
Now, what is your business name? And have you looked up the area? Have you looked up who's in your area?
Yes, I have. I took my training through Notary to Notary with Vanessa Terry.
Oh, I didn't I asked you what you
It's called Hard Signing LLC.
Ouch.
Listen, I didn't. I'm just saying. Okay. So now, what's your gimmick? What's your slogan?
Now that I don't.
If I call your business line right now, if I call you right now, what do you say when I call you?
Thank you for calling Hard Signing. How can we take care of your notary work?
That's too many words. You lost me. I'm tired now.
All right.
That's too many words.
She cold-blooded, bro. Hey, bro, she cold-blooded with it, man. So
Yeah.
it's all love, though.
It's all love. It's all love.
I grew up with this all my life, man. I'm from Crown Heights in Brooklyn, so this is nothing to me. That's right.
Exactly.
So you know, she better have tough skin once I come back.
Listen, I'm as tough as they come. I was drug up.
Oh yeah.
You like you can't.
Yeah. Don't let that fool you right there.
Like,
y'all be all with the pretty face. She a pit bull for real.
I am. It's really bad. And but the thing about it is, and the reason why, and it's all love. When I say anybody who's in Ghost Squad, or even here tuning in, showing Tiger love, it is all love. Now, the way that I'm just addressing the way that you're answering the phone, it is not ever to make you feel any slight or anything because you're new to this and I'm true to this, right? We all are. So when you answer that phone, you don't want to be, because your phone's going to ring randomly. You might be in the middle of getting some and your phone going to ring. As an entrepreneur, you're going to pick that up. You probably see my phone, but you're going to pick it up. My phone, I pick it up. Like, it don't matter. Money's calling. Everything else got to wait.
Right.
But you have to pick something that's easy. Like, that's easy for you. It rolls off the tongue and it's not too long because they're calling you because they have a need. They're calling you for the convenience. They're not calling a corporation to where you have reached. You know, press 1 for. Do that. They don't want. That's not.
They don't want that.
Looking for. They're looking for the experience factor. They're looking for the convenience factor. So what I want you to do is, and I say I want you to do it, but I don't know if we ever gonna see each other.
Yeah, what's up?
I'll hold you to it. But for your benefit, you're thinking about what'll be easier for you to stay on that phone, right? What'll make it so easy. It'll roll off the tongue. You can say it easily. You'll never forget. You could be in the most extreme. Like you could be changing your tire and your business line ring and it's just gonna come out. Like it's just
Right.
I thought the greeting was okay. I thought it was fine.
I felt like it was too long.
It was too long. I gotta
Because why are you saying thank you for calling? They need you.
Right.
What the fuck am I thanking you for? I don't need you. You need me.
Well, I mean, you guys are educating me right now. I've been in the customer service field for 15 years now.
You after you pay your invoice. I'm not. Oh, why are we thanking them? Hold on. Tell me. Teach me something. No, but I think like he should say his business name. Start with your business name, right? And then your easy foundation, whether you want to put something in the middle, what can I notarize for you today?
Correct.
That's your whole premise and purpose. Because then they're not going to be like, hey, how the weather is. We don't care.
Yeah, none of that.
We want to get to the point. Why? Because as you get busier, sir, your phone line is going to continue to ring, right? Mm-hmm. And you don't ever want to be on a long conversation for $30 and miss your chance for the $250 that's ringing in on the other line because you so caught up with the $20 one. You get what I'm saying? Because the way that I run it, I keep my phone time down because that next call could be $1 million. It could get me my BBL that I still want. So if anybody's sitting on 10, they want to send it my way, it's all right, I don't got to GoFundMe yet, but you can cash at me right now. Okay? But the reality of it is like you want to keep that phone time down because when you start getting into your game and you start getting busy, because you're going to get busier the more reviews you have. Mm-hmm. Reality of it is you're here, your face is here. It'll take me like a 5-minute conversation with you to feel like if you know anything about anything from apples to bananas, but you have a family here, right? Just because you're here. It is nothing for you to take your review link and be like, hey, Go Squad, hey fam, like, can y'all help me with my first few reviews, right? To give you some type of rapport, to be like, yes, that is a real person. That's not somebody somewhere else. That's not somebody who's going to take my credit card information and run with it. That's not somebody who isn't going to get it together. You get what I'm saying? It's things like that. And depending upon the services that you're having, like obviously a general notary appointment is different than a loan signing appointment, right? It's easier. You make a lot of money in GNW. Loan signing is cool too. You can make money there too, but you got to be fast. You got to be ready for all the papers and you got to be prepared for the possible questions. General notary work is a lot easier because you can optimize your bag and they already know what the hell they are calling you for. They know what it's being put in use for. And if you have to give an oath for a jurat, it's very simple. It does not have to be complicated. Now, please, sir, when you go and you do your first jurat, please don't be like, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth? Like, don't do that because I've seen it. Don't do it. Don't Judge Judy them because, again, you want to make it convenient and fun. You want to make it so they don't feel stuffy. They don't feel like that. That's how you plant seeds for referrals, right? Mm-hmm. Most of my business comes from referrals. Why? Because other people have enjoyed their experiences with me, right? They're like, oh, there's somebody right here, Dominique. When I go into those Facebook group and I might post a post maybe once a year, but I have a drive-up service. I'm a mobile service. I've dominated my area. And in those groups or anybody who has my business pages, it is other people that are referring me and saying, signed by Dominique. Call her. She's great. Signed by Dominique. Signed by Dominique is great. I don't have to do 90% of my marketing.
So how do you charge more than $15?
Oh, I charge a lot more than.
Right. That's what I was getting to. Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. Because
so when you so it depends on. So what are your travel parameters and what's the law on traveling? Because I know North Carolina is really funny with that. There's a few other states that are funny with it.
No, we just recently got with travel. Now we can charge travel.
Okay, awesome. Now. So how are you? What is your travel?
So here in Nevada, you could charge between $15 and $30. But right now, just getting my feet wet, I'm just going to service the Clark County. But I'm going to venture off to the rest of the surrounding, because we're in a desert, so a lot of notaries don't venture off that far. But when it comes to that, I could go beyond the $30. They just have to agree to it before the appointment.
Are you trying to you're not gonna try to itemize your fees, are you?
That's what it smell like.
Because it smells like you're itemizing.
It is. Don't do that.
Open a bunch of shit.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Explain a little bit, I guess. Go ahead.
Okay, so if you invoice me right now for an acknowledgement and the travel fee, say you're charging me what's your max, 30? Supposedly, right?
That's what you said, 30.
Okay, so then on my invoice, I know at one paper and one stamp, you're coming to me, and then you're gonna invoice me, and it's gonna say acknowledgement $15, travel $30, and then I'm gonna be like, well, why is the travel fee that high? Why is you're leaving yourself open to people feel like
more unnecessary questions?
It's unnecessary.
Oh, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay, so
I get you.
So your thing should say mobile notary public. You know, that should be your itemization. Like that should be the line item. In the notes, depending upon your CRM, it should say will plus travel or whatever the hell the document is. You understand? So that way they just see the bulk pricing. They're not going to be like, oh, well, could you take $5 off? You know, because no, price the price. It says in there technically that it has a travel fee in there. They just don't know what else is included in there.
Correct.
And also, like, what are your hours? If you got to go out after dark, I think you're scared of the dark. And it just, it costs a little extra for you to face your fears and go out at night.
Right.
I'm scared. I gotta have flashlight. I service a lot of areas, but if I gotta, that's extra because it's a little heavy sometimes. It's heavy.
Yeah.
My back's a little heavy and my shoulder.
I'm a guns license owner as well.
All right.
For sure. So things like that, because you do have to, yes, we're to provide a service. Yes, we're supposed to have these clients and we're supposed to help them, but you're in this to eat. Nobody's supposed to get the upper hand on your business. It's your business, your vision, your investment. You understand? So don't open yourself up for people to negate anything. Make sure if you really love your thank you for calling, I will let you keep it. But be month as hell. If I get your business line and I randomly call you on a Tuesday, 6 months from now, and you talk about thank you for calling, and then I'm gonna say, excuse me. I'm gonna say just like that. You're gonna know it's me. You want to do something that's easy. Because again, they're not gonna say, your review is not gonna say the way he answered the phone was great.
No, they're not.
It is not.
So without intellectualizing it, Devon, let me ask you this. What is a notary to you?
A notary is a state official, is a trustworthy person to recognize what's in front of him. So the people that's in front of me plus the document that's in front of me, I'm authorizing it to be approved.
Okay. Very good. That's
I'll
it.
give you that. I'll give you that.
But I think for her, that may be too educational layman's term.
Listen,
layman's terms is...
Listen, I'm an author, I'm a relationship coach, a marital mentor, a social media manager. I do a lot. Okay.
She does a lot.
I have my bachelor's degree. I was the chief of operations of an orthopedic practice. And the only reason why I made this not my side hustle after 12 years and my predominant hustle is because I slipped and fell and got pregnant after having a 10-year-old. So this hustle has been hustling. Now, it's always been a hustle and it has always been about muscle. Now, as far as being well-spoken and going into a room to optimize and do everything, I mean, guy, 1,000%. You're getting this version of me because it's late and this is the Ghost Squad. We get to speak anywhere we want. We get to do whatever we want. It's Ghost. It's family. It's family. It's a big cookout.
I like it.
That's just what it is. But
wait a minute. Is that Coach T I see there?
Yeah, she's playing.
Brooklyn in the house.
Don't be calling me out now. I was surprised to catch y'all. Dome is like, no, we still on. I'm like, oh, let me jump on.
It's
nice to see everybody.
I feel loved
You
for
should.
you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You
we're
got
starstruck.
tears
You
coming
don't
out the
even
left
grace
eye.
us with your presence.
I appreciate it.
Coach T,
Definitely.
you be like, my presence is a present. I holler. You know, you don't be
like
taking it
like
well.
you running around doing everything and
It's
anything.
her and Andre that be bougie. Them is the ones
Dominic
with
is
the
a
squad.
walking coconuts music store. I swear.
Ouch.
The whole hip hop aisle and shit. Like
Yeah, she got that.
you and just verses of albums and shit.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
like,
my daddy's daughter.
I'm enjoying the conversation.
No, I just really feel like it's all in the air for you guys to be successful. Success looks different to every single one of us. We all have different goals. The stuff Coach T does, I would never do. It's not that I don't like stuff, but she does like brunches and stuff. Like she cares. Like she just not me. You won't see me hosting nobody brunch. No. Like when I have conversations in any facet that is not family or friends, it has a monetary purpose.
You like it's too much energy.
Yeah, miss. When I first moved to Texas, and
well,
people
let me say this because I think the people need to understand how far we spend as the Ghost Squad, and there's more of us, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
more of us.
But
we
Dominique is in Texas. I'm in Chicago. Gina is in South Carolina, correct?
No, North Carolina.
North Carolina. Then we have Oakland, California with Tech, ladies and gentlemen. Then we also have Florida in the house with Dawn. And then we have Atlanta. So like we're spanning from coast to coast. So if you guys have questions like pertaining for Atlanta, because I know there's a lot of people from Atlanta that have questions about it's an attorney state. I can't do shit.
Tell me about it.
So you say
when you get into the notary business, you'll see a lot of people with ads. You'll see people clicking up. You'll figure out who the popular crew is and the tokens, because there's two tokens. Y'all will recognize them after a while. It'll take you a little minute.
With all these New York people in this group, I think I found my group.
You'll recognize them.
Definitely.
But in all reality, we all have different niches and realms, and the stuff that we overlap on is all love. It is never, ever, ever, ever a problem. Like it's never beef, because we all know what beef is. Like we know what the real meaning of beef, not internet beef. Like you got to look out your windows, lock your doors twice, you lock in your car, you checking the cameras,
right home,
it's sweating. Your baby mama take a little longer getting home. You like, oh, did they get her? Like we know what. We don't have that because it's all love.
We're talking about Brooklyn. Look, Nina,
I'm just saying.
Brooklyn.
And we're all authentic, and we all have our successes. We all have our passions. We all have our realms. Like Tech talks about automation. A lot of us were automated already, but Tech likes talking about automation.
Right,
so we
that's his thing.
Because that's not my thing. I'm not going to do it. Coach T, like I have
until the phone rings.
Yes, I have my members, I have my groups, I have my things. Coach T, she's more to the forefront. Like she's like for the girls. Like she is, and I love her for that. Every time I see her stuff, it's like so pink and so cute. I'm like,
I know, so cute.
I'm like, so cute. Not me, because if I have a brunch to get in the door of my brunch, I want to know like what the 10 crack commandments are. Tell me. Tell me. If you want to be here, you got to tell me. Now we might have a realm to whereas like at Coach T's, like, you know, they're probably like listening to R&B and stuff. Like me, I'm just going to get up after 2 mojitos and I'm going to be rapping, give me the loot. It's a different experience. That doesn't mean I'm not degreed up to the teed up. I am.
Right.
We need our own little conference. The whole squad.
I finished paying my student loans to Lord Jesus, Lord. But in all reality, you have to talk to people in all the realms that they do. Notary Nation, she loves teaching apostilles. I've been teaching them and doing them so long that, and I talk fast. So I'm gonna be like, listen, it's just a big ass notarization. You trying to make this money or not? She will explain it to you.
That's what I'm trying to learn that one next. Yeah.
So you let people meet you where you are and what you need them for.
Yeah.
It's not to say that we don't all have books and courses and ebooks and link trees and websites and everything, but you have to kick it with who you resonate with. It is never a competition. And that's this is like the only really safe place in the notary industry that is safe. Like we'll pop up, show each other love, and it's all love. And I promise you, if any of us ever had an issue with each other, it's not going to be some no subtle random post. Like we don't do that the clear way. We will have a conversation because we also believe in effective communication. Why? Because we're in success. We in this for life. We in this. We're here for your pivot. We're here for everything else. And Houston Notary Academy has 20 courses and workshops, but we also reimagine your resumes and help you with cover letters and put your business and your entrepreneurship on your resumes, restructure your resumes, whether you had a business or not. Why? Because we understand that life lives. We understand that maybe your business and your marketing tactic and your name and your brand and your logo is not kicking it where you at. And you got to go back into the career force. You got to feed your kids. You got to pay your bills. You got to do what you have to do. So we would never slight you. And that's for anybody. That's But you have to just take people for where they're at and do what they have to do. I don't know anything about Dawn's clients or Coach T's clients. Like we don't go and help people and be like, yo, Tiger, you know, Bob, you know, we don't do.
We don't do that.
Because as with our air of integrity, as not only notaries, but as teachers and coaches and mentors and leaders and motivational speakers, because I'm gonna motivate you, but I'm gonna cuss a little. But we have that air of integrity to whereas you can trust us and it's not going to be used as a promotional piece.
Correct.
I'm not going to go live and be like, hey guys, I helped him with his phone answer. Like we don't do that. And you will see a lot of that. And it's a matter of with the notary industry, you'll see to whereas it's not who's the most experienced, it's the loudest in the room.
And real quick, you're also going to run into a lot of people who are telling you what to do and they're not doing it. Okay. They sit there and just tell you, but you never see them in the streets. You never see them on the grind ever. So beware of that as well.
That's so true.
And at the end of the day, please don't get caught up or suckered into showing your money on the internet. I know people feel like that shit. Don't nobody listen. I was taught
that you don't tell that.
But though you hold, because the cheddar breed jealousy, right? Especially if that you're not gonna help me.
I'm definitely going to put what I make on the internet. I'm definitely going to put what I make on the internet. I post it often.
Number one, we from New York.
I post my weekly income. I post my notary income, and I'm going to continue to do that. Why do I do it? Because I want people to be able to see that this is what you can do. If I can do it, then you can do it. So I don't post every month what I get, but I will post up there sometimes what I make so you can come to me and find out what's what. Okay, so I don't mind sharing what I get.
But he doesn't post it as to set unrealistic expectations on yourself.
Not at all. Not at all.
Does post what she posts. It's to help people. So unless you're in a mentorship realm, when you go down that route, then yes, inspire people. But if you by yourself, and I know you just charged XYZ and you went live and you said, I got cash, I'm on that ass.
Well, just yeah, you're right, 100%.
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't.
In all reality,
100%.
like that is, you just want to protect your business. You want to make sure you're doing what you want to do. Now, yes, you're just starting out right now, but in a year, you might have 52 times more experience. You might have been in these streets, sun up, sundown, in between. In the meantime, you might have learned something or seen something that nobody else has touched yet. And if you feel like it's on your heart to give people accurate information, please don't come up here lying, because if I see it, you better block me now.
Speaking of lying, I had somebody ask me if you're able to copy the Apostille certificate and like place it.
For real? Are you serious?
Yeah. I thought that was pretty interesting.
The apostille, listen, do you know
Notary
that
Nation,
apostille,
what
it
is
does
your
not even
website
get
for
attached to the
apostilles?
document. It gets attached to the fucking notarization on the document.
Exactly. I
Your
don't know.
note is everything. Fuck the document.
I
just
think
wanna
that they
put that out.
actually attended someone's class, and so they
Don't
were.
do this to me. I'm trying to be a good girl. I just repented on Saturday. I just was at church on the Sabbath repenting. Now I got 7 more things to repent. And it's only Monday.
Wow.
Hey,
Well,
Devon had a question for you, Don. He was asking your apostille class.
Yeah.
So I had just said I was going to do my last one. Every time I say I'm doing my last one, I have people
Somebody
asking
pull
me
you
to.
back in.
Yeah. I
It's
had
all
a
right.
whole
You can
group.
stick to your guns. It's all right. You can stick to your guns.
She can't
Somebody's
leave
already
you with
beat you to it. Somebody's already beat you to it. So it's going to happen again. So this is what I would suggest, Devon. If you're interested in apostilles, the first thing I would suggest is that you research your area and see if it makes sense for you to do. Okay. Make sure that you have different type of people that are around you from different parts of the world, because everybody, it just doesn't make sense. They want to do it
Correct.
because they heard about it.
That part.
So that's
That
the
was
first
one of
thing.
my Yelp. That was one of my Yelp customers asked me for an apostille. It was actually my third request from China, I believe, but I couldn't. I told him it wasn't a part of my business.
Capital letters.
So what did you do with those leads? What did you do with those leads?
So I know somebody else here in Las Vegas that also does apostilles. So I gave them their information and let them know that they would definitely get their
referred
Did you
them.
get your
Okay.
percentage? Did you get your percentage for referring them?
Going
be
forward,
mad, but I
start
did it.
doing that.
No. Okay.
Well, let's do this, Devon. My Instagram is One Notary Nation.
I'm sorry, but I'm not coming into this. I'm not a big social media person. So I'm when I build my right now, I only got a Facebook. So I'm gonna build my social media awareness just for my notary. I got a whole thing about social media and all that, and a whole big idea of it. But now that I got a business, I would love to get on Twitter, Snapchat, and all that. But personal, I never cared about it and doing all that. So right now, I just got a website, Google business page for the meantime until I can start generating some revenue to get everything else up.
Okay,
So
well, I mean, your
Devon.
clients are not necessarily on Instagram. So if I were you, I would definitely consider getting social media up for my business in one form or another. Don't just, personal is one thing, but business is something totally different.
And if you're not ready to start posting on those pages, please pick your notary name and secure it. Secure it right now in those pages, because you don't want to expand.
I'm getting a trademark right now.
Nobody
I'm
cares
going
about
through getting it.
Nobody gives a shit about that.
Okay.
We're talking about media pages. You can't take your social media pages. Stop laughing.
I don't know what you talking. I'm sorry. I'm like a little.
It does help.
Like, Dominique, you're right, because like every social media site, you should just plaster your name.
Just claim the name, even if you're not ready. Claim the name. Like when I was not ready for social media. A lot of people, if they know me, when I first started business 12 years ago, I was 400 pounds. I always showed up to my appointments as an employee. I was not ready. I just wasn't. Could I properly execute the documents, do what I had to do? Yes, but I was big and I wasn't trying to be on nobody's social media at all. I decided to finally go to social media just because a lot of people were bothering me about it, because I was turned off. I would go on and then I would see what other people are posting. I'm like, this is bullshit. Because at that point, when social media became cool, I was already in this. I was already neck deep into this business. So for me, but I was also afforded a lot of opportunities from the very beginning. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people are not afforded those opportunities when they first start their business. Like I had a lot of shit handed to me, a lot of opportunities to notarize things, apostille things, just because I was the chief of operations of an orthopedic practice, just because I was expanding in the office, was purchasing other properties. I had a lot of experiences and I had an amazing start, but that was only because of what I did in the daytime. A lot of people don't have that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now that social media is this big, you want to make sure that you claim every single page, even if you're not ready to post. When I finally decided to go on social media, nobody ever saw me. They saw my cartoon character. She looked like me, except she got a BBL. She looked good. It's a little one. It's just she got, you know, because
But a BBL don't make you look good. You look good by itself. BBL is just a little add-on or something that make your head a little bit bigger.
Characters like this. I walk around like this.
Dominic, I'm gonna ask you this question, but I'm gonna have to put my sunglasses on for this one. Oh, by the way, Tahisha out in Ghost Squad member out of Virginia. She's in the building.
She ain't hiding.
What's up?
Then we got Kim Yanni, Ghost Squad member out.
Yes,
Kim Yanni.
Hey, Kim.
So here goes, Dominique. You ready for this question? Because I know there's gonna be some ricochet from this shit.
What?
So Coco Brown out of Katy, Texas said, I was certified as a apostille from Judy.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
She
said, put on the vest. Put on the vest. Put on the vest.
Where's she going?
No, she didn't.
What else does it say, Tiger? What else does it say?
Yeah.
She said, does that count?
Coco Brown, did you go to the study group? Did you study on?
Well,
did you do that? Did you study? Did you study for opportunities you haven't even gotten, and there's no guarantee you're gonna get them? Did you do that?
So Coco Brown, you would have to tell us if it was worth it.
Coco Brown,
Right.
what was your experience?
Right.
You know, you would have to tell us. And before you answer, let me just say that myself and also Dominique, we get a lot of those students who have completed that course. But go ahead.
She said, "Geesh."
I didn't even say nothing. I was being good.
I ducked. I wasn't
I was
trying to get
trying to
big.
look
So when you guys buy, and when people pay all of this money from people who don't
She
even
said,
tell you,
"No, but
they don't
I-
even divulge how long they've actually been doing it, right? And we're going to these people because they're old, because they look very old, because, you know, people age like milk. I said people, doesn't count. Like milk. So because they're old, you automatically, because it's a psychological thing, we're going to go back there, that you feel like they're experienced. Now, damn, how do I say? Oh,
I know.
I'm finding it. But when you purchase these courses, right? And but when you look at your teachers and coaches and these people you're purchasing these things from, do you think that they are walking or wheeling up the stairs to the secretary?
Ouch.
And nobody who charges what I charge for Apostilles shoes have Velcro on them. Anyway, and also anybody who's gonna tell you anything about money,
Ouch.
their bangs don't stop right here. I'm just gonna put that out there too, because that's something to do. You see it. When you see it, just screenshot and send it to me when you see it. When you see it, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but when you see it, and then just automatically, because I'm a New Yorker, so I always look at people. I don't look at them from the head down. I look at them from the feet up. So when I saw Alina Skechers and the scrunchy socks, you had to miss me with that. I was already gone. I was out. I was out of there. Couldn't do it. And then also, please don't feel like people are popular or they know a lot of information because they are at events. They are paying them. They are paying to be there. They're not paid to be there. That's why you won't see a lot of us at shit, because we ain't paying, but like our presence is a present and you got to pay for that. We got experience, so you got to pay for that. I'm not going to show up to nobody's shit and eat potato salad with raisins in it. Miss me with that. I'm not doing it. Now I got to wait to go to Coach T's thing, because, you know, she got a body and I'm not going until I get a BBL. Because she's not going to out-pay. It might take me a while, but she can't out-ass me. Like, she's out-assing me right now. And, you know, I'm a little jealous.
BBL. We go collectively.
Yes, this is
We got you.
BBL. Okay. I just want a little bit somewheres. Okay. But just because you see people at this event or you see them on these flyers and it's like 100 on them like roaches, it does not mean they're making money. Please look at their outfits and look at the last time they got a haircut. And also, people who are making money don't have time to sit here all day and talk to you. We're working. Somebody who's making 16 YouTube videos a day, they're home.
Right.
Somebody who is sitting on Clubhouse all day, they home. Somebody who has all the time in the world.
I would ask Coco, kind of like what Don was asking is, tell us, was it worth it? Because
tell us, was it worth it? Like, do you feel confident to right now, if I call you and I say I want to forward you an apostille, how confident are you?
But check this out. But before that, when you think about this, when you take something like that, for whatever reason, whatever prompted you to take that course and select that particular course, was it what you expected? When you walked away from there, is that what you signed up for? Is that the reason why you
answered that question? No.
No.
You got the certificate.
Now, not for nothing. Whenever somebody calls you for an apostille, they don't give a fuck about your certificate from Canva, okay? They're not asking to see it. It's not an action. Okay? I'm sorry. Listen, y'all already know when you start talking about liver, it makes me mad.
Right.
Okay? So not only that, put yourself out there, figure out who you want to, please reach out to either One Notary Nation is the #1 Notary Nation. Reach out to me, reach out to whoever if you have questions specifically on the premise of that. But don't worry about too much until you actually have the opportunity for a job. Just at least know the difference between net and Hague and non-Hague. But if she explained that shit to you the way she was explaining that motherfucking shit on Clubhouse, I know.
Oh no, you lost. You lost.
I know.
I don't do them, but you. Those two women right there, they the queens of that. You got robbed. You got robbed.
I'm not sure if Dawn, she has pre-recorded. If you're somebody who doesn't want to sit through a course and you just want an ebook, I think Dawn, don't you have an ebook or something, right? No, not yet.
No, so mine is done through AI. Okay. And so we do both live and then we do, the Q&A and the whole thing. And, it's awesome. I mean, I'll put it to you this way. When you leave my course, you know how to facilitate an apostille, whether it's Hague or non-Hague. That's period.
Exactly. And just for, and you see her keep.
You were talking about that.
She said,
how can I access that?
Facilitate an apostille. Because you don't want to put out a thing that says, I do apostilles, I do apostilles. No, you facilitate the apostille.
Yeah.
So even something as simple as the verbiage.
The verbiage.
Not everything requires a courier. It depends on like your hustle, your grind, and your distance. Okay. And there's a way to leverage your information and your knowledge. But between her and I, she has the AI. I have pre-recorded. I have live courses. I have an ebook. I even put it. I put it in layman's terms. Like I made little graphs. Like here, you go here, and then if it's there, then you go there. If not, then you stop and you submit.
Right.
That's just how it is for me. We between the two of us, and then we also have. Jesus, I always forget her name, and it's because it's late.
Who are you talking about?
Our other one that Liver came for with me. Who was it?
Oh, Cam.
Oh, Cam.
So then there's Cam as well. Now, at the end of the day, you have to just make sure you have those lifelines out. Make sure that start marketing for apostilles. You have your certificate. You have it. Stuff out there. No, stop. No, seriously, put yourself
But do you feel confident? You have your certificate.
Yeah, that's the
question.
question.
You feel confident?
She said she didn't, but at the end of the day,
she said she didn't.
Now she knows where to go if she does get that job or she does get that opportunity. I'm sure Dawn can tell you how to market apostilles. I can tell you how to market apostilles as well. Like there's levels to everything, every niche, every route. Depending upon how organized you are, how good you are with record keeping, your availability, your ability, always under promise and over deliver. When it comes to that, make sure you're pricing, but you're also accounting. Like, yes, we want to account for the simplest of things, the notarization, the apostille. Please don't itemize your invoices. That. And do not take their credit card to go pay, because then they know exactly what it costs. Like,
right.
Okay. I'm sorry, but that just,
Okay. So we got like 15 minutes left. I wanted to, tie in everything. And so please, Ghost Squad, one by one, if you guys can plug in your academy, your books, and everything you got going on, because I tell you, the YouTube chat is lit right now. We got a nice little full house here in the studio. So I'll start with you, Gina. How can people get in touch with you? I know Lilia wanted you to reach out to her there, but for people on YouTube, how can they get in touch with you, Gina?
Oh, you can get in touch with me on Instagram at Regina the Consigliera, and you can also book therapy sessions with me, because all this, people get stressed out and you might need to get your mind together. I'm the person for you. So you can reach me out there. I got my books out. I have 3 books out. I got 1 out now on Amazon as we speak. So y'all can check me out on it.
Wonderful. Dawn, you're next.
All right. So, and Gina, kudos to you. I remember when you were starting to write your book. So congratulations on getting that whole thing done. Respect to you for that. So you can email me for Devin. I know you were interested in finding out some more information. So my email is Dawn, DAWN, at @1notarynation.com. And so what I have going on right now is a coaching. We actually start our first day tomorrow. A monthly coaching session.
Oh,
Congrats.
Thank you. Monthly coaching sessions for notaries who really just need help, mostly with the back office stuff, kind of like what I was saying is one of my pet peeves with the whole Zelle me, Venmo me, helping them get things set up for their clients. And so you can operate effectively once you get your business, start, getting calls regularly and things like that. And it'll go deeper into different things because I specialize in estate planning and also apostilles. So anybody who's interested in that, you can hit me up. My Instagram is the #1. I'm just saying 1 Notary Nation because it's not spelled out. It's just the #1. And that's all I have for right now. I'm working on the book, but the book is nowhere close to completed yet.
Right.
So once that hits, I'll post and I'll let you guys know.
Wait, dude.
Thank you, Tiger.
Awesome. Coach T, what you got? She be having the bomb brunches in Atlanta, by the way.
Yeah. I know I came in late. I hate it. But this is awesome. And Dawn, I think I'm gonna have to hit you up too, because somebody hit me up actually yesterday and said something about can I seal something? And I thought about you when they said that, and I was like, maybe I do need to do this in my house, because that's like the third message to me.
Oh, I got you, T.
Because I am clueless, and like you guys were saying, yeah, I had a little glimpse of Miss Judy, and it was scattered. I was so confused in like a 15-minute conversation that I was like, oh my God, what's going on? I don't know if it's A or C. What am I doing?
I swear that that's intentional. It has to be.
So people can take the class, but if
exactly,
I don't see how that's going to help anybody. So I kudos to the person who can sit and take the class. But I am sure I have had many conversations with Dawn. I'm sure you will get a better class. I'm
We need to start making I survived
I survived
Yeah.
the liver experience.
Wow. Wow.
Exactly. So I am Ladies in the Stamp on Instagram. I also have a Facebook group called Black Girls Who Notarize, which is who I do my brunch through. So I'm gonna have my brunch this year. Going to be a lot bigger than last year. Of course, it's the third. So I'm excited because I have some speakers. So you can reach me on Ladies in the Stamp. All the links is on my Instagram site. And I also have a Notary CEO Circle where it's a community of women who are supporting each other, kind of like we do here in the Go Squad.
That's what's up.
Love it, love it. Dominique, you're up.
What you want me to say? I done said a lot. No, I'm Dominique, signed by Dominique, and I have Houston Notary Academy. I have over 20 courses and workshops for all stages and all phases of your notarial journey for all states. What else? We have 5 notary-based books. So I have Beyond the Stamp, the Marketing Showdown for Notaries. So all aspects and facets of notaries, like if reading is your thing. I have an Apostille book. So I tell you all about global recognition with the Apostilles. I even wrote a children's book for your notary bag for those little crotch gremlins that want that. So it's the Adventures of Notary Nate and Houston Notary Academy, which is awesome, in your notary bag. I do have a notary journal, like, because your ideas, like, make them official, write them down, because as business owners, I know that you need to write things down as you come up with these ideas. There is no such thing as a stupid idea, except for thanking people as soon as they call you when they didn't even pay you yet. He didn't even get it. How he from New York? And you know, here with sir.
What happened? I'm sorry.
Yeah, he wasn't paying attention.
Sir, I was being
He didn't catch
I'm sorry. That went way over my head.
Yeah, it did.
Sir, I was being shady. When I'm shady, I want credit for my shady. So we have a bunch of stuff going on. I even revamp resumes, work on cover letters, whether you just want me to take your notary business and the skills that you've learned, even the things that you have survived because you're a survivor, and put it in terms.
Oh, we're gonna have our one-on-one. I'm definitely gonna hit you up. Most definitely.
Set you up for your career track or whatever have you. Even if you are trying to migrate out of your W-2, even if you want to position yourself for a higher paying position, so then you could take that extra money and spend somebody else's money to fund your dream, and reimburse you for the classes that you bought that didn't do shit. So yeah. So we have pre-recorded classes, live courses, one-on-ones. If anybody ever wants a one-on-one, you could always just contact me. I do discovery calls. I do a lot. It's a lot. It's just too much. So yes. And I also do marital mentorship and relationship coaching. And I'm a SYMBIS facilitator.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So new notaries, if you want to do
but if you want to make money,
oh my God.
If you want to make money,
know that you hear all the things that Dominique does. She's been in the business for a long time. When you're first starting off, just pick a couple of things that you're going to focus on and keep it simple.
Dawn, but if you are a wedding officiant, you could marry him. And as a notary,
I tried to save it. Did I not? I tried to save it. Y'all got to give me credit for that. I tried.
Right.
Listen, I did. I'm done. Divorce package. I'll marry you and I'll leave you too. And then if you're not sure about the mother, then you become a SYMBIS facilitator. And then
I tried to stop it. She came back again.
Because it all connects. It's a web of money. It's a web. It connects.
Either way, she gonna trap that money. She gonna trap that bag.
Yo, and if you don't want to drive, take the trap house course.
There you go.
Listen, the neighbor's gonna think you selling dope. It's okay, because I joined the HOA for that reason. Because you're not gonna fucking be calling these people on me.
Smart.
I'm just saying.
Thank you.
Look at Tiger. Tiger's like, oh,
where are you? Come back.
She goes there. She will take it there and back and then bring it back.
If y'all want to know how all my niches connect, just holler at me. I could draw a diagram.
Oh my God. Tanisha. You got anything you want to plug, dear?
No, I just came in from a last. I just
Well,
came in from a
thank
last
you.
minute signing, and I made me a drink real quick, and it's already hitting, so I'm good. I'm just
Okay.
Well, I wanted to thank everybody for
but
tuning in.
I do have a question real quick, Tiger.
Yeah.
These shirts, you putting them back in
And rotation.
What's
Yeah.
that?
The
shirt?
shirt she got, that's your shirt.
Yeah,
Rocking your
I have
shirt.
to. I got to pick a different company. They were slipping on their pimping, fulfilling the orders and stuff. So I'm gonna have to find another company to do the print on demand for me.
You know what? I need to get with you on that, because my girl, the one I did the Notary War Room, she got half her house a whole setup.
Oh yeah, I seen her stuff on TikTok. Yeah.
She got half her house a whole setup.
Yeah.
Do she do print on demand?
Yeah, she'll do that,
wow.
because her whole thing is to make sure it can appease to, the person who don't want this whole great big order, but small orders and stuff. Yeah.
Will you post her information in the Go Squad, please?
Yes, I will. It might
Okay,
not be
thank
right
you.
now, but as soon as this drink settle down and stuff.
Thank you.
I sure
You gotta
will.
remember. You
Yes,
gotta
I'm
remember.
gonna remember. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, you guys, outsiders of the Go Squad, this is what we do on a regular. We share resources with each other.
Definitely.
Hopefully one day you can actually join the Go Squad. But last plug in would be on September 3rd, we have a free event going on. It's called Control Chaos. The last one was sold out. You guys can actually get your free ticket on Eventbrite. Just look up Control Chaos or look me up, Tiger Toledo, and then free ticket is yours. We're already 50% capacity, so grab your tickets and we'll see you on the flip side. You heard?
All right.
I'm a VIP member. I'll be there.
All right. Good night, everybody. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Love y'all.
Listen, don't forget, sir, when I call you 6 months from now, you better not be stumbling over your words. Okay?
I'm gonna talk to you before 6 months from now. Don't worry about it.